What is going on, fandom? In this video, we are calling out Universal. And what better way to celebrate Mickey Mouse's birthday than to call out the company that spurred Mickey Mouse's creation, right? I mean, it was Universal that screwed over Walt Disney with Oswald that led to the birth of Mickey Mouse. So what better way to celebrate Mickey Mouse's birthday than to calling out Universal? And we're doing that today on OG 50. What is going on, fandom? Today we are going to call out Universal for some upcharging tactics. Hey, look, we call Disney out. You know, the fandom loves to call Disney out when Disney gets greedy, right? Hey, it's only fair if we do that to Universal. And you're not going to find that anywhere else. There are really nowhere in our theme park community on YouTube or even Twitter that's really calling out Universal for what they do. A lot of fans, you know, look, Universal is seen as kind of the underdog, the number two, and Universal is really kind of coddled and protected. And hey, look, we love to compare Universal versus Disney when Universal does a lot of great stuff, but anytime Universal, you know, kind of shits the bed, suddenly like they're off limits, right? Oh, well, why are we comparing? Why are we comparing? Well, today on OG 55, we are going to compare. We are definitely going to compare. So here we go. Okay, so this was a tweet from Universal Orlando Resort. New Mardi Gras float ride and dine experience takes your Mardi Gras to another level, right? Reserve your spot for you and yours on one of our spectacular parade floats. Also enjoy a meal at participating Universal restaurants. Reserve your spot here. Now, this is interesting. This was a free thing before. They used to pick you and you would be able to ride on the float for free. There was no charge before. Well, Universal, Brian Roberts, right? Comcast CEO Brian Roberts decided, hey, you know what? We're going to monetize. We're going to monetize this thing. So if you go to their website, we get a little more detail, right? There's more to this party, absolutely. Mardi Gras float ride and dine experience is $64.99. $64.99. New for 2023. Select dates February 4th to April 16th. Get a reserved spot on the parade float and toss bees to the crowd. So you get to pay $65 for some food and to toss bees into the crowd. It's the best way to guarantee your place in the parade, right? Best way to guarantee your place in the parade. Now, this is the kind of stuff that we hear fans complain about Disney all the time. What was once free before, now they're charging. Oh, you know, this pay to play. Look, you know what? If you want to get special treatment, special access, all you got to do is pay up, right? And we're constantly hearing from fandom like, look, Disney doesn't get it. Disney doesn't get it, you know. They're constantly upcharging. Universal listens to the fans. They're not greedy. You know, they understand. Well, look, we're starting to see a lot of that even with Universal. You know, I mean, Genie Plus, as much as fans hate that whole program, it wasn't the first of its kind. It was companies like Universal that kind of started this paid skip the line process. Now, you could argue, hey, the merits of both programs. You know, maybe you like the Universal paid skip the line service better than Genie Plus, and that's fine, and nothing wrong with that. But this is the kind of stuff, though, that I really want to call out, because all too often, look, you're not going to see anyone reporting this. You're not going to go to another YouTube channel and see anyone reporting on this upcharge event. But if this was Disney, could you imagine, just for a second, could you imagine if this was some sort of Disney thing, some sort of Disney parade, right? And Disney decided out of the blue, hey, you know what? Before we used to pick someone from the audience to come onto the float and have a good time. Now, you know what? You can do that, but we're going to charge you $65 to do so. Could you imagine if this was a Disney move? The calls for Chapek's head on Twitter. Could you imagine the outrage over this? Universal does it, and it's crickets. You can hear a mouse pee on a cotton ball. You could hear a mouse pee on a cotton ball. So look, this is the kind of stuff that really kind of pisses me off, to be quite honest, where it's like this constant double standard, right? And a lot of fans, well, anytime you criticize Universal, they'll always come at you with like the whole, well, you know, Universal isn't held to the same standard. Okay, that's fine. If you want to pick that lane and go down that lane, then pick that lane and go down that lane. But you can't say, well, Universal is not held to the same standard as Disney when Universal fucks up. But then at the same time, every time Universal does a Wizarding World or does something really good, be like, oh, see, they're on Disney's level or better. They're either on Disney's level or better, or they're not. And if they're going to play with the big dogs, then they're going to be held to the big dog standard. And that's how it's going to go. It's not going to be this pick and choose. You know, they're better than Disney over here, but when they mess up, then oh, well, they're number two, so give them a break. That's not how it's going to work, at least not on this channel. We're going to call them out if they want to do upcharges, if they want to get greedy. We're going to call them out just like we call out Disney. That's how it's going to work. So I don't know, y'all. I don't see anyone complaining about this. I don't see anyone talking about this. I think it's a big issue. If you're going to call out Disney for upcharging and for being greedy, then you have to call out Universal as well. That's how it should work. But unfortunately, there is a lot of disingenuous fans out there that don't want to do that. They want to give one company a pass and then crap all over and nitpick the other one. I don't know. So I guess we'll just have to, you know, just do our part in this little sliver of the internet. But what do you guys think about this new Universal upcharge? Where you stand with this? Like, are you kind of frustrated like I am, where it's like, come on, fandom, like, where are you at? You know, I mean, we hear that it's super loud in the fandom every time Disney does a new upcharge thing. It once was free, now we charge, and it's like the community goes nuts. Universal does it. Chirp, 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 crickets. I want to hear from you. Thank you all so much for watching OG55. And as always, have a wonderful, wonderful day.